And welcome back to One Piece with a Lime, where we like our drinks stirred, not shaken. And, we got a bit of a limited cast this week, although I know we've had a two-man cast on more than one occasion. It's just me, Christian, and Devin. We lost Justin to the void, and Jordy is... he's just being Jordy somewhere else.
Darkness. No parents.
Okay. What? My God. Lego Batman memes here.
Yeah.
Just to inform the audience, this may be a bit of a different episode. This will probably be the first week where our editor Dylan, he unfortunately has actually gone on strike for this cast. And this is a bit of a meme, but also not a meme. Our editor has gone on a tangent and decided that the cast takes a little bit of time out of their life, Dylan, of course, and has decided that the editing process will probably be a little bit shorter going forward. So we really hope that we are not making chuckle fucks of ourselves throughout the entire cast. Oop, I already swore. And
I mean, we already do that.
Yeah,
I go out of my way to do that.
It's about the terrible jokes that we normally cut out.
Yeah.
Or the lack of any sizable content.
They still don't know that Bluno from the bar joke that I made that one time.
Oh boy,
that
one was
rough. I do got to say though, Dylan's picket fence line, look, it's more cute. I like it. I like the signs. I like the effort he put into it.
That's what he was doing in his spare time instead of editing.
Well, yeah, he had to. You can't
strike.
Just pull a strike out of nowhere. You have to make the signs.
Yeah.
FYI, I have COVID. Yay!
Oh
Yay.
yeah, and also Devin has COVID.
So if I sound like Batman, that's why.
But he's here for you guys.
I'm doing this for you.
It's actually not even Devin. Devin decided to stay home and go to bed. We actually brought on the Will Arnett for this exact cast.
Who's Will Arnett?
All right.
Oh boy, here we go.
No, I don't know who that is. I'm serious.
It's the voice of BoJack Horseman and also the guy who played Batman in Lego Batman.
Oh, okay.
Hence
it
Will
all
Arnett.
Ties together.
My God. But honestly, talking about the fact that this will get a little less editing, best case scenario, everything's exactly the way as it used to be, and I'm sorry, Dylan gets to have a little bit of extra sleep on his day.
Now Dylan's secret's out.
Unless Dylan snips that and censors it.
But that's just it. He can't anymore. There will be no more snipping going forward.
Well, there's a difference between can't and won't.
That's very true. It's very true.
That's why he's on strike with his cute little signs.
I love the idea of a tiny little hamster going on actual strike with baby signs.
Well, he keeps walking in circles around, Jordy's house, so he has to step over them occasionally.
More kibble, less work. More kibble, less work. Gaming laptops are for all.
We demand more fruit snacks.
We demand more waifu pillows.
But all that aside, we are here for the cast. Hopefully, nothing really changes. But just know that going forward for the remainder of this ep, and it'll probably become a pattern for the foreseeable future. We do value our editor's lifestyle profusely. So, Dylan, if you're hearing this, power to you, my guy. Moving on to the summary. We didn't actually decide who wants to do that. Who wants to do that? I'll do it.
It sounds like you just did.
All right, we're in.
Sounds like you're doing it. Unless you want, me, BoJack Horseman, to do it.
With the stadium emptied out and the side bosses defeated, Luffy squares up to fight Hancock. But she decides that enough is enough. Luffy demands she reverse the petrification on the three warriors, but Hancock issues an ultimatum instead. He can either have that, or he can hitch a ride to Sabaody. But not both. Luffy falls to his knees and sighs in relief, knowing she would undo her curse on them, not even thinking twice about catching the ride instead. Completely stunned, the princess brings him into the castle to reveal the secrets of her past. With pain so great it haunts them to this day, Hancock recounts the story of their childhood when they were taken from the Kuja pirate ship and sold to the celestial dragons as slaves. Only through the actions of one Fisher Tiger are they freed from their shackles. But all three are still left with the horrible slave brand left on them by the celestial dragons. Once the bad has been dealt with, Hancock allows Luffy to take part in the banquet that night, where after a few minutes of tension, he becomes the life of the party. All the girls want at least one piece of him, though, so he must flee, and he does with the help of Margaret, who brings him to Lady Neon. Here he learns Ace is about to be executed, and the only way for him to help him is for Princess Warlord to accept the government's demand to do war. However, tragedy strikes. Hancock comes down with a mysterious sickness. Luckily, Granny Neon knows what's going on. She's lovesick. That's right, it took the Snake Princess Warlord of the Sea, Boa Hancock, exactly 3 hours to fall in love with this dumb, stretchy straw boy. What a time to be alive. So I do have a couple of comments. So obviously the big called it from both of you was that the big secret was the slavery bit. You know, they were probably holding a brand. Yeah, who would have guessed?
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of this prediction.
But
I'm blown away by this reveal.
Yeah. But an even bigger shout out goes to, I think, both of you, but at one point I think Christian a little more, for calling that she was going to fall in love with Luffy, and that was going to be why they ended up being friends the whole time. God damn it. Oh no, dude.
I kind of hate it. I really do.
Oh, do we hate it? No.
Well, it's also because I just hate Boa.
It's mostly because I hate her.
Yeah.
Man, dude. We still hate Boa after all this, man.
She kicked another cat and a seal.
It was a dog, wasn't it? I think it was a dog. I think it was a puppy.
I don't remember. I know one of them was a seal.
Yeah, I think it was a puppy and a baby seal this time, which is worse in my opinion, because seals are just puppies of the ocean. So she kicked 2
Pretty
puppies.
So to reestablish our character Boa Hancock, we know her as the obnoxious bitch that just literally kicks puppies, kittens, and baby seals around all the time, and she's almost essentially inconsolable on like any topic whatsoever. But in these particular episodes, we got her backstory. Yeah, she was once a slave, her and her sisters both, or all 3 of them rather, and they were saved by a dude named Fisher Tiger. And all I'm saying is, like, the girl's got a lot of unresolved trauma, but in order to reestablish
because a lot
her,
of shit happened to you doesn't mean it's okay to treat other things like shit.
Well, hold on. It's not even that. Okay, so her character isn't that she treats other things like shit because she was treated like shit. She treats everyone around her like shit to keep them afraid so that she doesn't have to own up for what's on her back because she's afraid of what'll happen. The repercussions
sounds like being
of being
an asshole with extra steps.
Right. I'm not going to pretend that she's like, you know.
She goes out of her way to harm these small, innocent, adorable animals when she could just not.
Mm-hmm.
Everything would be A-okay in my book if she just didn't kick these baby animals. But
Agreed.
instead, she does it, and I hate her.
Oh man, come on, dude.
There's no amount of simping that she could do for Luffy that will make up for the fact that she's a pet kicker. That is not wife material. I'm sorry.
Damn, dog. That's not wife material.
No, absolutely not.
I still love Boa, dude. I'm still a Boa stan. I don't even care. She's not like my waifu of the series or anything. Not like Jordy.
There are plenty of other fish in the sea. Sure, she's pretty, but homie, she kicks pets. Fuck out of here.
We will never forgive her for this. These transgressions.
Never.
No, this is worse than being like a criminal, in my opinion. It should be more than that. It should be death penalty.
What's that Naruto line? Something about worse than scum?
Yeah. I said that last time. Yeah, I've definitely made that joke before.
God damn it, I missed it.
Kick dogs are worse than scum.
The goddamn Naruto line. All right, well, we got more background into Boa and what makes her tick, but I do want to make it clear, like, she's not an asshole to everyone and everything around her because
Just
she...
pets.
No.
Well, she's also kind of an asshole to her people, let's be real.
Yes.
And Granny Neon, for that matter, who saved her and is also like a kind of like constant bitch to her or whatever. We got that context too, where Granny Neon was like, "You ungrateful little twat! Like, hey, you never knew how to get home before I found you. Well, where would you be?" And then like the sisters in the back were like, "Yeah, we know, Granny. Thanks for saving our fucking lives."
Yeah, we're very thankful. You saved our lives, so we're eternally grateful. And Hancock's over here like, "Fuck you, though. You still left the island."
She's like, "Fuck you. I
don't need your help anyway, Baka."
Yeah, Hancock at the end of the day is just a big fat sunder, though.
I feel like the most important information that I got from their backstory was finding out that the orange-haired one was attractive at one point.
Oh my God.
I like how that's your big takeaway. I was going to say if either of you had any comments on how they tied back in Hachi's brand that he wears on his forehead or anything.
Yeah.
If you had any opinions on that, that's always been my big takeaway from this whole thing.
I mean, but like at the same time, it's like, isn't it kind of obvious? Like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, what else can you add to it? Like,
well, sure.
I don't know. It's a neat tie-in, you know?
Yeah. Do we not like to recognize fun storytelling, narrative set pieces as like, hey, they've planted that little sun on Arlong, the karate man from Arlong Park and Hachi since episode whatever 40.
Wait, did Arlong have the tattoo as well?
He did.
I don't remember him having the tattoo.
I don't remember that either. I don't remember any of them having it, to be fair.
I will remind you who had it. The guy with the weird lips that Usopp fought, he did not have it, but the other main guys, they all had one. So Arlong, the kicky guy that fought Sanji, and Hachi all had one of those scars, or one of those tattoos. It was on his chest.
Oh.
And I think the kicking guy had one in the middle of his chest as well. Yeah, Fishman Karate guy I think had one in the middle of his chest. So and the big takeaway is at some point if they have that brand, like the chicks were saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could have mean that one or more of them could have all been slaves, or none of them could have been slaves. It just means that they've sailed as the Sun Pirates alongside Fisher Tiger at some point in time.
Right. I just like the idea. I find the idea funny because they show him branding a random goon who has the tattoo to cover it. And to me, I just keep thinking of that episode of Jackass where Bam Margera gets branded and how they fuck it up 5 times.
Oh my God.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
I mean, yeah, but I don't.
So they brand a dick on his leg.
Yeah.
They were going for his butt cheek, but they couldn't hold it for long enough because obviously being branded hurts. So I kept thinking of that where it's how do they get this so perfectly symmetrical to do a brand over their brand?
They're just built different, dude. No flinching.
Yeah, they're built different, man. I mean, they even had a flashback of one fishman guy who was who used to have the brand of the slave.
About. He just mentioned exactly it. You just Usopp this man.
No, I know. I'm just saying, they even showed it in the show of don't. They're him wincing, don't be a bitch, bro. They're built different. That's all. I was just agreeing. That's all.
I just find it funny. That's the first thing that came to my mind is Bam Margera getting his ass branded with a penis. And this is what I'm equating it to.
I like the idea that Fisher Tiger was just there for his own people and was just you know what, slaves are pretty bad. I'm just gonna free the rest of you too. Why not? I'm already here.
Right? Yeah, we got a fishman dude who scaled the red line overnight or whatever the hell
with
it was.
His bare hands. He was they bare hand. Remember when Luffy climbed Mount
Drum Mountain or whatever,
Drum Castle Mountain cliff with a woman on his back? And holding Sanji was this man just did that, but times 3. I'm sure the red line is way taller than that cliffside.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. And then he got up to the top and he was like, "My brothers," and then he looked over and he was like, "You disgust me, but you don't deserve to be here either."
No. What he did is he got to the top and he said, "Slaves strong together."
Classic prison riot style.
Yep.
Classic prison riot. But yeah, no, I mean, and another character that's had one of these, and I don't know if there are more fishmen, but one of the fun things about seeing fishmen in this whole series is finding the ones with the sun on it. The Marco from the Macro Gang, he also had one, so he was clearly at one point in time on the Sun Pirates or whatever. Maybe you find that interesting, maybe you don't, whatever.
I don't remember who you're talking about.
He was one of the fishmen goons with that caught Hachi and tried to catch Kami.
Oh, with the Rosie Riders?
Yeah, those 3 goons. He was the main leader.
Yeah, the creepy looking guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the green skinned looking motherfucker or something like that.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he was also one. So I don't know. I find that very fun for just world building recognition of you have this race of person in this universe, the fishmen or whatever, and you've just been laying these breadcrumbs since the dawn of the series, waiting for this big payoff 400 episodes later. I respect that. That's just me, but regardless,
you're right. It's cool. It is, respect. Like that is worthy of respect. Where it's like you've just been. It's kind of like respectful, but also annoying at the same time that it took this long for them to finally get some like depth thrown at them.
Well, and I think that's kind of so the series of One Piece for the most part has always just been a series mostly about the straws. And now through Luffy, which kind of goes into one of my next questions, we're starting to branch out into affecting the world around us through Luffy and like what's happening with Ace, what's going on with Whitebeard or whatever. So clearly we're going to hang out with Ace and Impel Down, at least on Luffy's end. What are the rest of the straws doing? Are they taking a back seat? Where are we going from here?
I don't know, but I do have to say one thing, which is, Christian, you were right about where things are going to go down. It's not going to be Mary Joie. It's going to be at Impel Down,
man.
Which I'm happy about, but they also need to escape through Impel Down for me to be completely correct about the bet.
So yeah, what were we saying? Your official bet was that they use Impel Down to get to Fishman Island or something?
My part was that no. I don't know if it was. I don't even remember if it was specifically to get to the Fishman Island or not, but it was at least to get through the Red Line. I'm pretty sure using Impel Down, and Devin wants to go through Mary Joie, which can still happen. So still happen. I'll take this battle win, but the war still rages for now.
You've won the battle, but the war rages on.
Yep. So I'm keen to see what happens here. It seems like, it doesn't seem like we're going to Impel Down one way or another. I'm interested to see at some point if Luffy gets caught as a stowaway now. I'm sure he's just going to be holed up. Well, he's supposed to probably be holed up in Hancock's room, but I'm sure he won't, and he'll get into some kind of hijink.
He'll get hungry.
He's already hungry. He's been hungry. That's his secret.
They did that bit immediately, like as soon as Hancock. So for the listeners, just to catch up on events that transpired, Luffy befriends Hancock. Hancock agrees to partake in the war. On the side requirement that they make a pit stop to Impel Down, specifically to let Luffy infiltrate Impel Down when they make that pit stop. So that being said, he's hiding under a robe, whatever, and then immediately when they get on the boat together, you just hear that big stomach rumbling, and Momonga on the back is like, the fuck? I mean, was that you?
Yeah, he has that whole kind of sussing her out thing where he's like, man, for this regal princess that I saw a couple of hours ago, you get the stomach grumblies just like anyone else, huh? And she's like, shut up.
I feel like it was more akin to the Skyrim meme where it's like, must have been the wind.
Yeah, pretty much.
If this was a stealth mission in any game, he's the NPC that goes, you must be really hungry.
Yeah, but then Luffy sneezes because his nose gets tickled, and Hancock has to make a deception check on Momonga with her own sneeze, and he goes, "All right, yeah." She's like, "You can feel me up if you want. There's I got nothing to hide." And Momonga, remembering exactly how her power works, goes, better not.
He's like, I feel like that's bait. I'm not going on that one. I'm not biting on that. Did not take that bait. Smart man.
Very. This is why we love Momonga.
This is actually, going back to when he appeared in Eni's lobby. This set of events is exclusively the only reason I know that dude by name is because he's at this point in the series hanging out with Boa Hancock, and I think he's hilarious. I love Momonga.
Feel like of the three, he's a vice admiral, right?
Correct.
Of the three, I feel like he's the least interesting.
Well, those are admirals. You're thinking of Aokiji and Kizaru and Kainu are admirals.
Oh, I thought he was a part of them.
No. So he's
on the level of Garp, vice admiral.
Yes.
Oh, okay, whatever. Never mind.
Not very far below. To your credit,
I was under the interpretation that he was part of the 3.
No.
No,
Okay.
no. He's just Momonga, dude. He's just a vice admiral. He vibes.
And just to refresh my memory, was he the one that helped nuke the island that Robin's from?
Yes, was there for?
I think he was there. Was he there as like a cadet or something?
He might have been there during the flashback. I can't promise that was true, but he was definitely there for Enies Lobby bombing. He was one of the 5 for the Enies Lobby bombing.
I think you're probably thinking of Akainu, who was the one who was like, yeah, just bomb it, who cares?
Okay. Yeah. So Aki Inu is a current admiral. He's like the one we really haven't seen his face yet.
Right,
and he was
I kept mixing those two up for some reason. I think like, does Aki Inu have like a bald head? Is that the reason why?
We haven't seen him in the present day yet.
He wears a baseball cap all the time. You've seen that much.
Okay.
He do be loving his baseball caps.
Momonga.
I just love Momonga, dude.
This is why. That's why I'll never forget his name, Momongus.
Yeah, boy.
I can never stop saying it.
Me neither. It's too good.
And then I also love how he was like, well, I would love to take you to Impel Down, but if you don't mind, all of these fucking idiots behind me, yeah, like I kind of need them. Hancock's like, okay, whatever. Fucking undoes all of them, and then they're all like, Hancock!
No, they just say cock.
They just scream cock.
Yeah. It's like pressing that one button, what's it called? A combo move in Super Smash Bros. Where you just change Falco's line to hands off my cock. That's what she did to them.
Oh, boy.
I want to.
Good thing that's not gonna cut.
Backtrack a little bit to
bring us back
to their backstory where the Kuja pirates just kind of casually let some 12-year-olds hang out on their pirate ship Hancock being the oldest at 12 and the others being several years younger each. Like I think is Sandersonia the green one? I think she's right. Her being like 8 years old or something like that. Nuts on a pirate ship. Why?
So back in like, I mean, you got to question like how the culture has changed over time, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I definitely agree with you that they're just kind of like big letting 12-year-olds hang out on the ship, and they clearly don't do that nowadays. My only counter argument is, well, nowadays is run by, Hancock herself, so she might run a bit of a tighter ship.
I mean, this isn't the first time this has happened, though. Like, hell, look at Kobe.
Kobe to be a prime example of
Kobe's older though, right? Isn't he?
Actually,
he's got to be older than 12.
No. Fun fact: I think he actually is the exact same age as Luffy. When he had that big glow up, like that's basically just him, like hitting the gym and coming back.
Yeah, so he's like 16 at least.
I'm sorry. No, you don't. That's not how puberty works. That's not how the gym works. You don't just gain like 2
You take a lot of testosterone and you get taller.
No.
There was growth hormones in there too. I don't know. Garb's got a special protein shake for him.
Yeah, he's got a special kibble shake for them, I guess.
Kibble? What?
Yeah, because he's a dog.
Oh. Right. I thought you were calling Kobe a dog. I was like, what?
No, Garp is the dog.
Right. Yeah. I got it now.
Damn it, now the joke's ruined. I had to explain it.
Once you gain any kind of ambition for yourself, you just suddenly grow like, 4 feet and then get a 6-pack. It's that simple.
Shit, I can't wait for Chopper to grow 9 feet when he gets ambition.
Shit, dude, have you not seen Wendigo Chopper? Like, come on.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Oh, that's a lot of. I'm
talking about a permanent growth spurt.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah, unadulterated rage is a little bit different.
Primal rage.
Well, what about his heavy point when he turns into the human side of his human fruit?
Doesn't count. Still sounds like a kid. Once he starts sounding like me on my COVID voice, like that's when when he's gonna be like 9 foot tall, jacked reindeer.
Yeah, it's not his permanent state.
Gotcha.
Technically, his permanent state is his 4-legged deer form, because that's like his in between. That's his normal state. But
just imagine, I'm just like trying to picture like like an older Chopper, and he's just yoked, and I'm just like picturing like a really buff deer.
Yes.
I mean, if you want, I have pictures of all the straws when they get really old.
Later.
Like, official?
Yeah, so Oda's done that in the past where he made a 40-year-old and a 60-year-old version of every Straw Hat on 2 different timelines. One timeline where they accomplish everything, and one timeline where they lose everything, and then they all just like go down like the shithole. And it's quite funny, like what happens to all of them. I think on Frankie on the good timeline he becomes full robot, and on the bad timeline he becomes a battleship.
He just turns himself into a battle Frankie. What?
Yeah.
What
fucking
the fuck?
wild.
What kind of Warhammer 40K logic is this?
What a guy,
Even
dude!
in
I'm
death,
telling
I
you.
still serve.
Actually, you know what? Now I think about it, that might have been the 40 and 60-year-old timeline on both of the bad timelines. Now I think about it, he might have turned. He went full Terminator at 40 and then became his own battleship at 60.
My God, that's
so
hilarious.
fucking dumb. So
well,
fucking
seeing if
dumb.
it's from an alternate timeline, I wouldn't mind seeing them, but
I
want to see yoked reindeer.
I'll look them up and make sure that that there's nothing like, you know, too like spoiler heavy on like any of their designs or whatever, because they will be based off of like semi later versions of their designs.
Right.
So it might be better to put that.
I
in the
also
back pocket
wanted
for now.
to note just something that I found kind of interesting that I noticed after because we get the backstory of Tiger and the marking he came up with, the sun. And I noted that even though the Kuja pirates are established way before Tiger's sun pirates, their Jolly Roger is also very sun-like.
Yes.
Just as a fun like connection between them again. There's really nothing any deeper than that. I just kind of noticed it. That's really it. I just wanted to point it out. If Justin
was here, he'd be saying, "Ooh, do I have a fact for you?"
Yeah, and then he'd probably say nothing.
You know, you might not be wrong, honestly. You would pull something out of that rabbit hat, I guarantee you, my guy. You'd be like, boy, do I want to delve into that one further. Okay, here's a 4-page report as to how that is relevant.
I have future knowledge, but I can't say anything. But let me say it anyway.
Right.
Which actually reminds me that I was going to roast Justin for this too, but I forgot. And also he's not here anyway. He shared a picture on Facebook earlier in the week or last week or something, and it was like low key kind of spoilers.
Wait, what? On the Twitter?
No, on his Facebook, and I saw it and I commented and I was like, "You're gonna tell me that this isn't like low key spoilers?" And I forget what he said right now, but I was gonna bring it to the jury of you and Jordy to tell me how awful he just fucked up. But
wait a minute. Can I go to it right now? Let me at least. I want to peek at it at least.
Where did I save it on my phone? I think I saved it on my phone.
You probably shouldn't do that though.
I mean, I've already seen it. What's the difference?
That's fair.
Just keep my virgin eyes sacred.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Brendan directly.
I don't want my eyes to be tainted with this.
Yeah. No, I got you. Where are you, bread boy? This is gonna go great when it doesn't get cut from the podcast, by the way.
Yeah. We need to make sure that we're being efficient. You remember?
Yeah, we're efficient. Yeah.
Where are you? Can I search for your name?
So while you guys are doing that,
talk about something.
Just bring up. So was I the only one that was like kind of like meh about the tidal pool like traversing system that the Marines use?
Well, what do you mean? I mean, were you supposed to be impressed?
I mean, I felt like it was supposed to be like one of those moments where it's like, oh, it's so clever, but at the same time, it's like,
I mean, I think it's fucking clever.
I mean, it's to a degree, but like at the same time, it's like I'm just trying to think of the logistics of it. Like, do they have a wall around the whirlpool?
Well, okay, so this is like the big thing, right? Is supposedly like the whirlpool only has those 3 exits, and it just naturally has like, I guess you could call it
A
walls or
stir
something
in the middle.
Yeah, like you it's a whirlpool, yes, and then ideally the only reason that it makes sense is because it's like so like fucking crazy spinny, and those 3 doors were man-made by the government so that they could utilize the whirlpool. Does that make sense?
Right.
Well, it seems like the whirlpool just exists.
Correct.
And the 3 gates of justice are just the entryways to those 3 places. And the current just kind of forces you through the doors when you open them, and you don't have to do anything. Like, you could close all your sails and shut down your entire ship, and the current will still just whoop you right through the door, basically.
I wonder how many fucking G's you would go through if you were near the center of the whirlpool. Because you'd have to imagine, like, to move that much body of water, like, because I'm assuming it's a large body of water, because, you know, One Piece. How many
large
G's would it be to go around that small circle?
Well, you also got to remember how, you know, friction and buoyancy works on the ocean. And I will be the first to tell you that there's like a lot that goes into that math, because as you get closer to the center of the whirlpool, I think you actually tend to go slower, believe it or not, which is why you want to be on like the outer sides of the whirlpool if you're following it or something. It's a whole thing. When you're talking about buoyancy and friction, it's got its own fucking math on the open water.
Is it a whirlpool? I thought it was just like a current, like a strong current, basically.
Yeah, so it is. It's a strong current, and then so like Devin's question is like, well, what the fuck? Like, how they can only exit on those 3 places? The mentality is that at one point this whirlpool current existed with no entrances or no exits, and the world government like noticed it, and they were like, it's free real estate, and then they built those 3 big ass doors so they could get in and out of it.
But there's no like fence in between the doors, or is there?
Well, it's like a natural fence. Does that make sense? Imagine like it was a whirlpool current that had no entrances or exits before they got there, and then they were like, right, wait, we can use this, and then they
just
built
slapped
those doors.
3 doors down. That's it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at least that's the mentality anyway.
So anyone can get into it if they just like go between places.
Well, no, so there's giant walls that are natural.
No, I think he was implying that like if you try and get in anywhere else, your ship's just gonna get wrecked or something, or it's gonna be tough because the current will screw you.
I guess I won't speak too specifically on it, but this is my impression.
That's the reason why
you cannot enter from any other place, because it is like Devin was asking if it's like built in a natural way where it's like walled off and fenced basically from like the whole way. I don't think you can enter it if you wanted to. Maybe you, well, no, because then I don't know if maybe you can make the ledge so that the water can get in, but it can't get out. Maybe I'm not really sure how that would all work, if that's like a natural thing you can do. But I think you can't enter it from either side. You cannot exit nor enter from either side. It was like that from the start, just constantly circling. And then the world government in this universe found it and were like, well, if we put a door there, we can go in there and go out on our time, and nobody else can go in there but us. At least that is my impression of how it works. I can't with 100% certainty tell you that's exactly how it works, but that's my impression.
I could put my tinfoil hat on and make a conspiracy theory about how it works.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's where the government spaceship is.
Oh baby.
and the thrust pushing the water, or that's keeping the ship afloat above the sky, is pushing the water outward in a spiral, because they use spiral energy.
Oh, the Gurren Lagann tie-in, finally.
And if you sail too close to the center, you don't just find the ship, you find out all the eldritch horrors living there, controlling the world government. It's the perfect spot, Morty.
We're back to the eldritch horrors. I love to see it.
Who wouldn't?
God damn it. But yeah, so it finally explains everything with the whole whirlpool, how it connects Enies Lobby, Marineford, and Impel Down. One side note, the graphic, I don't know if you guys even remember the graphic, would make you believe that Impel Down was on the north side of the world. It's actually on the southern ring, in the southern calm belt. Not that it super matters, but the graphic was flipped upside down because the red line was on the left, if that makes sense.
So how big is this whirlpool?
It do be pretty big. It'd be pretty big.
She
got it.
She thick though.
Does it like stretch from like calm belt to calm belt, or like?
So it obviously crosses the calm belt, but it connects 2 points on the main Grand Line. Those being Enies Lobby and Marineford, which is at the butt end of the red line. And then also Impel Down, which is located inside the calm belt. So like that big triangle of Enies Lobby, Marineford, and Impel Down is all connected by that whirlpool.
I'm gonna be real, you lost me, but
okay. Let me
it's
do
hard to visualize it, because it's like
simple
the map
geography.
that I have in my brain. The map
I'm gonna
in my brain
I'm gonna
is
do
really
a
bad.
simple graphic for Devin They did a graphic on the here. I got you. Hold on. So we got the Grand Line here.
What?
This big. I'm going to show you the drawing in a sec. I'm just drawing it. Okay. This is me drawing it. Okay. Okay. So you got the Grand
Great
Line
for the audio podcast again.
here.
That's not getting edited. Maybe.
You got Marineford here. You got Ennie's Lobby somewhere here. You got.
I just imagine him drawing in a pen and pad in his like room right now.
Yeah, I'm imagining he just pulled up MS Paint and just is dotting lines.
I 100% pulled up MS Paint, just so we're clear. And then you create a little circle from here that connects all three.
All right, now send that to me as a JPEG and a PDF.
Okay, so this is a
but not any bigger than 24 megabytes.
Save as red line.
Masterpiece.
No. Whirlpool. Put it on my desktop. Perfect.
What did you think of Luffy reciting the entirety of Binks's brew? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I ain't gonna lie.
It was fun.
It's how it's how I would envision Luffy to sing it. Really shitty.
Yeah, and with a pot and a ladle.
Yep. Hearing the clangs was annoying as fuck. His heart was in it.
All right, I have made you a simple graphic that demonstrates how the whirlpool be laid out. So the red line is the big blotchy black on the right.
Where'd you send it?
Oh, you only sent it to me, Brendan.
I sent it to just Christian.
What is this? This looks like a cigarette.
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Leave it alone, man. All right, here you go, Devin.
Shame on you. He worked really hard on it.
I worked really hard on that.
Very hard. Sorry.
All right, so
Brendan, once I get this, I'm going to make sure to hang it up on the fridge.
And then
oh my God,
it.
that does look like a cigarette.
All right,
a cigarette with even more appendages.
The blotchiness on the right is the red line. The solid sections that I've sectioned off is like the entirety of the Grand Line, right? So Marineford is the farthest right dot that's closest to the red line. Ennie's Lobby is the left dot, and then Impel Down is the bottom dot.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
And then the dash is like demonstrating that's where the Calm Belt lines are. So you see what I'm saying?
This is going on Twitter in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The people can't be left in the dark on this one.
Hey, Devin wanted a graphic. I made him a graphic. Now, is it clearer? Do you understand now?
Yes.
Okay, good. See, that's all that matters.
The idea. You forgot to draw the north. What's it called? The column belt. But you know what? I'll forgive you.
Yeah. Whatever. We don't need the column belt on the north side. Whatever.
But for this art, Brendan, this is going great on the fridge.
Thanks, Stefan. I'm glad. I'm glad that you appreciate it as much as I do.
Yes, right underneath maybe.
Dude, that's an upgrade. I don't know why you make it sound like that's a bad thing.
Every single time I get Chinese food, I'll just think about the Grand Line.
So okay, wait. I have a question actually about Luffy knowing where Ace is. I thought he already knew Ace had been captured.
So this is great, because I wanted to bring this up next. He only knew that Ace, that his Vivre card was burning. He had no context. He had no idea what was happening to him.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
So
this is like the first time he's heard that he's gotten like in real deep shit. Because like I remember like way before Saboti Park or whatever, he's like looked at his like little burning card and goes, yeah.
It was Nami that read the newspaper that found out that he was captured by the government or something like that, or lost to teach or something like that. And he was like, oh, wait, really, Ace? And then he looked at his, and then he also talked about the Vivre card that Lola gave Nami of Lola's mother. And he was like, I have one of those. Wait a minute. And then after it was burning, Lola was like, oh, that means that he's like in deep shit. And Luffy was like, huh, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he just like brushed it off and went, he'd be fine. He fixes his own problems. He doesn't need me.
Yeah.
And now on learning the one extra detail of, oh, right, he's also going to get executed in a week.
He's
now we've got to move. Now we got problems.
Burning Vivre card, I sleep. Finding out your brother gets executed, I wake. Although
look at Y-Mail News, all of a sudden you see that your brother's about to get executed. Well, that's bad.
Be like, here I was building a harem this entire time.
The whole like what's it called, montage of like all the girls fawning over him, I was just like, oh no, this is just so annoying to me. Like it just made me like cringe. I don't know what it was.
Well, most of them weren't even fawning over him. Most of them were just like
hard eyes. They had hard eyes.
I think they just loved the idea of messing with him. I mean, I guess maybe that's my interpretation.
They all wanted a piece, man. They all wanted to pull at him. The one woman had set up a line. Yeah. And was selling Luffy for 20, I don't know, cents or whatever the hell.
It was gold.
Goldie Rogers official currency.
It was a brilliant business strategy. You gotta love it. That chick probably made a killing that night.
Yeah.
But then she probably honestly got beat up for not getting anything for her return.
Yeah, I hope nobody pre-ordered that.
This is why you never pre-order, folks.
Oh my God. I do want to give a shout out too, just like a side note. I actually have a huge fondness for small bits of world building, especially with the Kuja Pirates here when they do like the banquet. If you guys haven't noticed, something that's kind of fun is that when they're in like warrior mode, they always have like capes and then like, I guess like, I don't know, armor brassieres and stuff, like armor bikinis, so to speak, which I'm not going to give credit for like being a fantastic article of clothing or anything, but they always transition when they're in the banquet into like their pajamas, which is like the down to the shoulder, like over the robe thing. And it's very consistent. So they always have like, oh yes, this is our fancy wear. And then this is our warrior wear. Big shout out and recognition over that personally. I just appreciate that.
I don't remember it. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I noticed it. I just didn't particularly care too much.
That's just me.
It is just you on this one.
That's fair. But back to Luffy, he got all the context necessary, and now he wants to go save your boy Ace at Impel Down.
Can we talk about the real big thing that happened this episode?
Sure.
I mean, really big. We got Goat-kun again.
We got Goat-kun.
Not only did we get Goat-kun, Goat-kun was like front and center. He even got a voice line.
He was standing there majestically, just like, yes, paint me like a French woman. Paint me. Feed me paper.
Yeah, that was the scene where what was it? Sengoku was like getting word that Whitebeard they were like tracking Whitebeard
through the line.
Yeah, he like decimated the entire Navy line.
Didn't just break through. He like completely hosed down 23 ships without anybody noticing until it was way too late.
Scorched earth be like that, you know?
Goddamn Whitebeard, you motherfuckers.
So now Whitebeard and his entire army are just on the move, apparently way earlier than anyone expected in the Navy. That is. So they're basically completely in the dark as to their actions right now. So anything could happen.
I don't know why. Every single time I think of Whitebeard, I always think of what's that guy who passed away a while ago? A really smart guy that like talked through a robot in a wheelchair.
Oh, you're talking about Hawkins?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, I always imagine like Stephen Hawkins as Whitebeard for some reason. Just because.
Okay.
Like, I just imagine like instead of a wheelchair, it's a battleship. And he's just like being cruised around as like the most intelligent pirate and strong pirate, but he's like crippled because when we saw him, he had like breathing tubes and shit. So every single time I think of him, I just imagine Stephen Hawking riding around the Grand Line.
Well. That's
one way to take it, I guess. I would have never in 100
probably
years.
More badass than that, obviously, but at the same time, it's just that's the image I have. Like he's not actually doing anything; he's just riding in a ship while his crew does everything.
I do like the idea that he just like sits in his chair all day, and then his crew is the only reason.
He gets to do anything.
Give me back Ace-kun.
But my last note, just to piggyback off of more knowledge that Luffy still doesn't have, just so you guys are aware, Luffy also does not know who Blackbeard is. He doesn't know that he's the guy that he met in Jaya.
Okay.
Just as a fun fact, I guess, on the side.
Yeah, I figured as much. Luffy doesn't remember a lot of people's faces.
Yeah, like he knows that Blackbeard captured Ace, but he doesn't know what Blackbeard looks like, nor that he actually met him already. He's just like, oh no, I gotta save Ace. Well, shit.
Hell, I'm trying to remember. Did Luffy fight Blackbeard before going up? Because I remember like before Skypiea, there was like a hot second of like Blackbeard doing something.
Yeah,
and then
so
he was just like dropped off the face of the earth.
he chased him down for a minute and then showed Luffy and Zoro their new bounties, and they were like, "Ha! Look at that, we're cool now." And then and then they went up the knock upstream, and then Blackbeard and his crew were just like fucking tossed into the water.
I
we have not
want to
seen
know
them
what
since.
happened to Blackbeard's crew more so than what's going on with.
I'm sure they're still chilling somewhere.
They're probably
sure
all
they're
hanging.
fine.
I mean, I assume that they're all together.
Right. Like I still imagine it, but like just like I wonder like how much of that is going to be brought back. Like, hey, remember the sniper guy from like 300 episodes ago?
Yeah, that's what the show does, Devin. The show goes, remember this thing from 300 episodes ago, like with these tattoo brands, like
Yeah. Remember Hachi from 400 episodes ago? Well, now he's a main character.
yeah. Now he's friend.
Now he's friend.
Now he's friend.
Friendship with Arlong stopped. Friendship with Luffy begin.
But honestly, that's all I got. I mean, we covered pretty much everything for these eps.
I feel like my favorite thing out of all these eps is Goat-kun.
I know,
course.
Devin. I'm
Without
glad that
doubt.
you like Goat-kun. We're slowly making Devin just a Navy stan in this whole series. Honestly, at this point, he loves Kizaru. We love Goat-kun. We'll find more. We like Hina. We like Hina.
That's true.
I mean,
Slowly but surely.
I think I like other characters.
You like mostly Navy dudes, though.
You know what? It falls in line with Devin because most of the characters that he likes tend to be painted in the evil light or the bad guy antagonist light. So
I like antagonists. I really do.
It do be that way.
I miss my crocodile, but I'm okay.
don't worry, he'll be
My-
friend.
my-
He'll be friend in a couple hundred episodes too.
Yay!
Make no
Everyone
mistake.
becomes
He'll
friend
be
eventually.
here for the team. Yeah, everyone becomes friend eventually.
Oh no, the grand line or the One Piece is the friends we made along the way. No. But my hunger will be satiated with Kizaru going moshi mosh.
Moshi mosh. So I have a question. What is next week's eps?
I don't know. You have the list.
Oh no, I gotta dig in the list. It's been forever.
We also have to decide what the grab bag is, unless you just want to do Valentine again. Because as far as I know, Jordy's the only one with a list of like rain questions, and
Yeah.
I don't go on the email. I don't feel like doing career day. We could. Nothing's getting cut, so I would say we could do haikus, but we would just be sitting in silence for 2 minutes. So we could either do a Valentine, someone could give a recommendation. We could fast track that.
Say that again.
I said basically our options are if you want to pull a career day out of your ass real quick for us, we are either that or we do Valentine, or we could fast track a recommendation, even though we did it either last week or the week before.
I feel like we should do recommendation.
Well, then I'm pretty sure it's your turn. In fact,
Is it really?
I think so because Jordy was the last one and he's the bottom of the lineup.
Shit. Well, then do I have a recommendation?
Well, hold
for
on,
the
we're not
team?
there yet. You can think about it. We're not there yet.
Okay.
You got time. We got quotes and we got Golden Ham to get through first. So does anyone have quotes?
I do have quotes, but I'm also trying to find the schedule so that I know what next week's episodes are. Oh, I found it! Oh my god.
Did he? Did you find it?
No, it does. It fucking. No, you idiot! It has the. Hang on, I gotta just a little further.
Devin, you got quotes?
Unfortunately, no, except for just Goku being there.
That's fair. Goat-kun noises.
Just
Even though he doesn't make it, isn't it weird? He doesn't really make noises.
I mean, he does though. He bleats in one of
I don't
the.
remember him.
Pretty sure. Feel like he did.
I'm too afraid to listen to a Goku remix of just him buying from the show.
Why?
Don't judge me.
You think it's gonna have spoilers in it?
You never know.
Goat-kun is gonna spoil you on something later. It's gonna turn out that Goat-kun can talk the entire time.
Goku has like a devil fruit and he becomes like a super demon or something like that. Fights Chopper in a one-on-one.
Yeah,
You never know.
I guess not. Nothing is sacred.
Yeah, nothing's sacred.
Like-
nothing's safe.
Like even my own Facebook timeline where Justin spoils. Anyway, I wrote down 2 quotes. One was at the beginning of 415 when Luffy is invited into the castle when he's getting hungry. He's like, "Oh, we're in the castle. Must be time to eat. She's going to invite me to eat tons of food. This is what we do after we beat bosses, I guess." And I don't remember. Shoot. Sandra Sonia like looks at him and goes, "Thank you for like shielding us or whatever." And Luffy replies back with, "No, please. Thank you isn't something I can eat." And
God,
it's fucking don't ever change, Luffy. God damn it.
Don't ever change.
The only other thing I wrote down was Granny Nyon quoting apparently some East Blue saying, "Love is always a hurricane."
All right, well, I got bad news.
We don't know the numbers.
I do not know what the numbers are, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to get them because wherever the list is so heavily baked in this chat. Well, I'm assuming it's 3 eps. So
probably a safe bet. 418 to 20, most likely.
418 to 20. If it ends up not being 418 to 20, I don't know.
Deal with it.
Blame me. Call me a liar.
Or deal with it. Oh, you guys already know what happens anyway. It's not like you're watching the episodes beforehand.
Wait, no, Brendan.
No, there's a handful of them that really are, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Brendan, you're forgetting something. You can get away with anything because you're pretty.
Oh, I can get away with anything because I'm beautiful. Why, thank you.
Yeah, see, we got away with it.
I do have 2 quotes, though. This quote is from The Banquet, and it was when Luffy was dancing around, and some girl in the back was like, that looks like the dance you do when you're drunk, Sweet Pea. So fucking dumb. And then,
like Sweet Pea like says like, but it's not as good as, or I'm not nearly as good as his.
She admits defeat. She goes, "Oh man, you know what? You're right. That is way funnier."
She's like, "That's way better than mine, though." And then this other one also comes from Luffy. It's when she's like describing her crew to Margaret. And he was like, at one point he talks about Sanji. He's like, he loves women so much, it's scary. Like, it's actually bad.
Did they say that in dub?
Yeah.
They don't go anywhere near that in the sub.
Yeah.
I think he just says that he's a good cook.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he's like a really
good
cook.
he low-key roasts Sanji. He also calls like Usopp a coward. Nami was like a really cool navigator or something.
Oh, we don't get any of that.
Yeah, we got the closest we got is I guess only Robin and Nami will actually be allowed back.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, he goes into detail about how he says Sanji's a cook, he makes great food. He goes into detail about Brook being a skeleton musician guy. I think that's it.
Gotcha.
And then just he mentions that Nami and Robin will be fine because they're women, but
shout out to the ad-lib of our chef loves women so much it's scary.
That's great. I love that. Oh, and I lied. He does mention that, which is actually a really good quote too.
Chopper.
No. I was gonna say he mentions that Brook always asks women for panties, and I think it was Sweet Pea goes, "What's so special about panties? I don't I don't understand."
Yeah, I do remember that. She's like, why? What a weird question. I mean, I'll show it to him, but like,
yeah, he'd be in heaven if he landed here.
Well, I mean, he already went to heaven when he met what's her face in Sabodia.
Shakti. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, the Amazon Lily arc is just. There's that little Shiba Inu in the background being like the naughty bunk or whatever, but then Luffy shows up and he's like,
"Wench, I do not wish to be I wish to be happy." My favorite
Berserk
part
music
about that whole meme, is from Berserk. It's all Berserk music.
Yeah. Actually,
great soundtrack.
Before we move on any further, I wanted to, I guess, ask Devin, since Brendan didn't bring it up either. What do you think we do next? Because we're done with Luffy, seemingly. I'm gonna assume we're not gonna go straight to Impel Down. So we'll probably join up with the other Straw Hats and see what they're doing. But I feel like we're probably not going to spend as much time on whatever they're doing as we did with Luffy. I wouldn't be surprised if we just end up like speed running the next couple of episodes and get through most of the Straw Hat crew.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a couple episodes per. Like they're going to draw this bitch out. Like, let's be real. It's One Piece. They like to draw shit out. So I feel like we're going to get like maybe like 3 episodes for Zoro, and then like pairs, like there will be like a couple pairs of people that'll be together, and they'll like do like 3 episodes so quickly of them doing shit, and then be like, all right, we're all on our way to one place somehow because we're all going to find out a reason to go to Impel Down.
So you do suspect that they're all going to meet back at Impel Down, though?
I have a feeling that's going to be the case, but I would be surprised if they don't.
Okay.
Like, it wouldn't make sense if they don't.
Well, what would make sense then? That's an interesting statement.
What would make sense is if they all meet up in Sabaody Island or wherever what's-his-face is at, because that's where they all have a... Do they all have a...
They all have a Viver card for Rayleigh.
Yeah, so it would make more sense for them to all meet up wherever Rayleigh is. And I don't think Rayleigh would be in Impel Down.
Okay.
But it's not absolutely impossible. Like, Kizaru could be like, hey, yo, come with me. But I doubt that would work.
And then Rayleigh was like, yo, bet, dude.
Right. Like, there's like a million things that could happen. I feel like Rayleigh's going to be the tie for them all, but I don't know when and where. Because, like, logically, yeah, they should meet outside of Impel Down. Like, Luffy should go to Impel Down by himself and all the shenanigans. But when big plot stuff happens, typically all the crew is going to be there.
Fair enough.
So it's I don't know where else, they would go.
Yeah. The only...
I kind of hope that Usopp is on the giant island, though. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be very convenient if Kuma sent him exactly where he would want to go. No, I feel like I'm more or less in the same boat, I guess. I think everyone else is going to come up with the same tactic of, well, the best way for us to all to get together is the Viver card, because if Luffy can think of it, then anybody can think of it. But for them all to get to Impel Down, there's really only, well, there could be more than one way, but the easiest way would be if Rayleigh ended up there and then the Viver card leads everybody else there.
Right.
I also thought maybe like for them to get to Impel Down, all of them would one way or another receive the news about Ace and make some of their own stretches and go, well, if Luffy somehow also found out about this, then he's probably going to go there too. And then one way or another, they'll make their individual ways to Impel Down. But
right.
Yeah. I do feel like we're not going to spend nearly as much time. What did we do? Like 9 episodes on Kuja Island? Or what's this island called?
I think it's like 6 episodes
Amazon Lily. And yeah, it was like 9 or so. Because I think this is the third week we've been here, right?
This is the 3rd week. And I think we did 433. So like 10 episodes here. I feel like the same 10 episodes is going to get us most of the way through the rest of the Straw Hat crew.
I would like to also remind both of y'all that we don't know where the rest of the straws are, but just know that Amazon Lily, wherever he ends up being, somewhere in the Calm Belt, he's on an island in the Calm Belt, would have taken an upwards of a week to get to Impel Down from where they're at. And the only reason they're even going with the Navy ships is because it would take 3 days from there. So depending on where the rest of the straws are, question might be whether or not they even have the capability of getting anywhere near Impel Down in the time frame that's required.
Fair enough.
Just one extra shit in the mix. Unless they see Kuma again, and he's like, yo, bet, I'm going to send you there.
Yeah, he was like,
no,
well...
that doesn't make sense, because he said, you will never see me again.
But he only said that to Luffy.
Oh.
So he's like, he dropped all of them off on their islands, was like, I'm going to wait a couple of hours for them to get their training arc in and then send them to Impel Down.
The weirdest part about these episodes is that Luffy hasn't gotten a training arc.
No,
not really.
He's just gotten progressively angrier. That's all.
Yeah, he's like kind of unlocked the Conqueror's Haki, sort of. He's learned he can get angry enough to make people pass out if they're weak-willed.
Well, to him, he doesn't even know they're passed out because of that.
Right. Things just kind of happen around him, and he goes, "What's the problem with everybody? What's wrong?"
Why did everyone go to sleep?
Honestly, seeing that kind of reminds me of a book series that I read a while, or I didn't read the whole thing, but it's part of the first book. It's called Mistborn, and like he has this like whole magic system that's all complicated. But the first like couple chapters are literally just following this girl who's like has a power, but she doesn't understand it, and she just like forces her will onto people. It's a broad term, but like she convinces them to do something, and she has like no idea why it's working. Later on, you find out why, but it just reminds me of that, where like Luffy's like, if I do this, stuff happens.
What a coincidence! I was also reminded of a book series, The Girl with the Celestial Dragon Tattoo.
Shut up, dude. You are such a fucking loser.
My God.
All right, moving on from that.
That was a good one.
What's the golden ham? Who's the golden ham this week? I hate you. I hate everything about you.
I've been sitting on that one.
I want the golden ham to either be, because I know you fucks aren't going to pick Hancock. My heart goes to Hancock, but physically I will pick somebody different. I choose either Granny Neon or Momonga and nobody else.
I will vote for Momongus. Unless Devin's going to put forth Goat Coon.
Oh, right. I forgot.
You know what? I'm inclined to go Goat Coon here.
Oh, God. You guys are
We need retribution. We need retribution for the animals that were hurt in these episodes. They need a hero.
Goat Coon is the hero to bring down.
They're holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Yeah. He is the savior. I'm with you here. This is Goat Coon time.
Goat Coon, Goat Coon, Goat Coon, Goat Coon,
Goat Coon, Goat Coon, Goat Coon.
I'm sorry, Brendan.
It'd be that way.
I'm not.
It is what
you apologize for nothing.
Moving on to the grab bag, even though they already heard us talk about it. Hey, Christian, do you mind reaching your hand into this bag?
Sure.
Mind the needles, by the way. Oh, and Devin's virus that he just
caught. Come on. I'm the only one who hasn't gotten it here. All the rest of you fucks have gotten it.
One of us.
No.
One of us. One of us.
Was that needle used?
Right. Every single one of these are recycled, yes.
Hey, it's a recommendation again. We fast-tracked it this week.
Yeah.
To the top of the lineup once more.
And now it's my turn. Yeah.
You did that wrong. It's my.
I didn't even realize I did that, but I'm glad that meme has stood the test of time, because that also came from like episode 100.
Yeah.
Goddamn my recommendation this week, if any of our listeners have Netflix, which I would got to imagine that there's a decent chunk of you that probably does have Netflix.
I don't know. Netflix kind of going down the toilet these days.
Yeah, like I might be getting rid of mine here pretty soon. But in the meantime, the third season of, and I know we talked about it recently, Love, Death, and Robots came out this week. And
it did?
Pretty much 100% of the episodes are fire.
Oh, let's go.
Dude, we've talked about it briefly. For anyone that is interested in animation styles and animation stories that go beyond like anime, and you want to see like different variations of stuff, go check out Love, Death, Robots. What are you doing? The series is fantastic.
That? I feel like I might have rectified that once. Because I know at one point I thought I had given it as a recommendation and I hadn't. And I don't remember if I just like used my following recommendation on season 2 or not at one point.
This may be facts. So I will take your recommendation and make it my own.
No backsies.
No backsies. Specifically, there's one episode that stands out as fucking amazing, and it's like, just to give you a hint, it's the episode where they're on the ship, and that's all I'm going to give you. It's so fucking good, and it is a very reminiscent of another like little indie game that I played once before called The Return of the Obra Dinn, which visually it's kind of hard to play because it's like in this weird like almost ASCII, like everything is in the form of ASCII, but they make pictures out of ASCII. It's very strange. And I'm not even really giving
ass. What kind of key are we talking about?
ASCII is like stupid computer characters that look like hieroglyphics. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, actually, ASCII, that's not even what ASCII is. ASCII is like code to turn values into letters or something. But take my word for it, everything looks like in Return of the Obra Dinn that it was built in a Macintosh like from like the 1980s, and it's kind of hard to describe. You just got to look up a video of it, but visually it's kind of hard to look at.
I'm just imagining the text from like the Predator language. That's all you got from me.
You know what? Better description. It looks like the Matrix if you played a game with the Matrix filter 100% of the time.
Like with all the characters coming down all the time.
Yes.
Like if you were seeing the code of the Matrix.
Yeah, but you like see these like 3D images built inside of that code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks very funky, but great game. But it's like a mystery game where they try to. It's like a whodunit, but it's also like.
Are you focusing on Oberdin now?
Yeah, like Cthulhu stuff. I don't know. I love that episode of Love, Death, and Robots. The whole third season was really good. I wish they had more. It's only my only problem with it. I wish they had more episodes. I want to eat more of it.
Did they only do 8 again? I would.
Yeah, they only did another 9. I think.
If only to have a 16 episode season again.
Dude, tell me about it.
I've actually been tempted to re-pick up Love, Death, and Robots because a YouTube channel that I like to watch, Corridor Digital, they do a lot of VFX stuff. They've been talking about it a lot, and I've seen some snippets from there.
Oh my god, watch it, please! It's so good.
Dude, Love, Death, and Robots is so good, dude. It's so good.
I've seen a couple episodes, and like I guess at the time I didn't understand the context of why this was a show. So now that I know it or understand why it exists and why it's a thing.
Dude, it serves 2 purposes that feed my that satiate my hunger. Number 1, sci-fi shit. We love sci-fi shit. Nothing will ever satiate the hunger that is Dead Space in my heart. And number 2, animation studios that are not big name animation studios getting a chance to like strut their stuff. Big fans.
I'll have to take a look at it again.
Check out Love, Death, and Robots. Everything's so good on Love, Death, and Robots.
There's so many, especially in the first season, that I would give so much for them to have like dedicated seasons for just those short stories, man.
Dude, tell me about it. They're so good.
I remember some of the ones from first season, like the one where it follows the 3 robots in the aftermath of the world. Like I would kill to watch. Oh yeah,
that's a nice like slice of life type one.
That was season
it's like, hey, isn't this like your grandfather?
There's like the 2 off the top of my head that I can remember that I remember always wanting to have like a whole thing for is the aliens and the Russian. It takes place in like Russia in the future or something like that.
Oh, the World War II one?
Yeah, World War whatever, and they're fighting these crazy ass aliens. They go to like exterminate a nest or something like that, and the other one is the cyberpunk one where the people implant them not implant, but they like broadcast their brains into these giant monsters and then they fight the monsters to the death.
That one is so
sick. I want that one to have a whole season. Anyway, this is a fantastic recommendation. I'm glad you said this because I didn't realize it was out already, and now I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah, dude, they're so good.
But Christian, your date.
Well, I mean, it probably won't be that interesting anyway. I'll just watch on the side.
He'll be in his date and watching this on the side.
She actually just texted me a second ago wondering if we were almost done. So
all right, well, that's all we have this week. Devin, do the thing.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at PandaSightings. You can also send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com.
Thank you again for listening. Again, hopefully that this recording, this will probably become the new normal if it feels different. So hopefully it's still good. And power to our editor for giving themselves that little bit of extra free time.
And hopefully next time COVID won't be kicking my butt.
Remember, stirred, not shaken.
Stirred, not shaken.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.